Most YouTubers struggle to upload once a week. MrBeast uploads across multiple channels in multiple languages with billions of views, and somehow, nothing breaks. His face might be the most recognizable on YouTube, but what you don't see is the engine behind him. The teams, the systems, the silent, structured chaos that lets MrBeast dominate YouTube like a CEO running a Fortune 500 company. While other creators burn out, MrBeast just keeps uploading. And not just uploading, he's scaling like a tech startup. So how does it all work? Today, we're diving into the machine behind the world's most efficient YouTube empire. We'll look at the people who run it, the strategy that powers it, and why MrBeast may have built the future of online content before anyone else even noticed.
We work on videos probably 3 to 4 months in advance, but before that, like, there's an ideation where we brainstorm what they are for a month or two. So from start to when they get uploaded, it's probably like 1 to 2 months coming up with the idea, 3 to 4 months working on the idea, and then a couple weeks filming, and then like 3 weeks editing. So probably 5 months from start to finish. 2 years ago, we were spending 100 grand a video. Now we're spending probably 1.5 million a video.
Before the warehouse, before the production crew, before the billion-dollar brand, there was just a teenager named Jimmy, uploading videos from his bedroom in North Carolina. He started out like every other kid on YouTube. Low-res webcam, low-energy delivery, and 0 views. But unlike most, he was obsessed with learning the platform. He idolized PewDiePie, tracked video trends like a stock trader, and studied YouTube's algorithm like it was a science textbook. While most teens were playing video games, Jimmy was timing retention graphs and testing thumbnails. Eventually, the breakthroughs came. First, he counted to 100,000 on camera. Then, 24-hour challenges. Slowly, his videos got longer, and his bank account got bigger. But one thing became obvious: he couldn't keep going alone. The burnout was real. Editing for 15 hours a day, scripting videos, managing uploads, handling thumbnails, it was unsustainable. So he started small. His first hires were close friends, people he already trusted, and that included Chris Tyson, one of his real-life best friends from high school.
Chris, why'd you break my laptop? I'm sorry. $500. Nah, it was only $300. Spoiled rich white kids.
Chris became a regular face in the videos. Not just a sidekick, but someone who helped with ideas, planning, and energy on screen. Then came others. Chandler, Carl Jacobs, Jake the editor. Most of them weren't professional creators. They were just people Jimmy knew. But over time, that friend group evolved into something bigger. As the ideas grew more ambitious, $100,000 giveaways, custom island challenges, private jets, Jimmy had no choice but to expand. He started hiring beyond his friend circle, bringing in professional editors, motion graphics experts, a dedicated thumbnail team, content strategists, even full-time managers just for one channel. This wasn't just a group of YouTubers anymore, it was an operation. MrBeast wasn't just building a content team, he was building infrastructure. Like Musk, MrBeast doesn't touch every moving part, but every part moves because of him. There's direction, systems, accountability, and a long-term vision. He turned the unpredictable, chaotic world of YouTube into something reliable, repeatable, scalable. And that's just the foundation, because what truly separates MrBeast from the rest is what he did next. Building not just one content pipeline, but multiple, each with its own team, its own style, and its own audience. What began as a handful of friends making challenge videos has grown into one of the most sophisticated content machines on the planet. According to interviews and creators like Colin and Samir, MrBeast now employs over 100 people, each one playing a specialized role in a tightly run system.
In May of 2017, MrBeast crossed 1 million subscribers, but there was a problem.
Some months we're spending like $4 or $5 million on videos. We've ran out of money many times. I'm not a businessman, I'm a creator.
Each of his channels, whether it's Beast Reacts, MrBeast Gaming, Philanthropy, or Espanol, has its own dedicated team. That means its own editors, its own upload schedule, its own strategy, and yes, even its own thumbnail department. The thumbnail team alone runs like a marketing agency. They design dozens of variations, conduct A/B tests in real time, and optimize images down to the color of a t-shirt, because they know a bad thumbnail can cost millions of views.
So before you film a video, what is the thumbnail?
And you make sure the first 5 seconds looks like the thumbnail.
And then what's the first 5 seconds? You know, by the first 5 seconds, it's like goes with the thumbnail.
Because it's possible that people open YouTube and
They don't see it.
They don't
Especially
even see the
for
thumbnail.
us, because like for so many people I've watched hundreds of our videos, when I upload, I am first on your homepage. So like you just literally don't even see the thumbnail because it autoplays so quickly. So like the thumbnail is irrelevant. I have to like visually convince you to click on the video. And it's like the thumbnail, there is thumbnails in short form, not when you're on the homepage, but when you're swiping. And the thumbnail is the first frame.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's why we go so hardcore.
Dude, that's so crazy. So do you consider also captions in those first 5 seconds?
And it's like, it's very hard to fit tons of people.
With
yeah,
audio?
everything.
Yeah.
Everything, yes, 100%.
Wow. So those first 5 seconds, that hook is now even more important than it ever used to be.
Oh, 100%.
And it doesn't stop at visuals. To reach global audiences, he doesn't just add subtitles, he dubs entire videos into Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, and more. There are entire teams just for translation and dubbing. Real voice actors hired to match his energy in every language. He even posts international job ads to find native creators and cultural consultants. Because if the joke doesn't land in Portuguese, it's not going in the video. The scale is hard to grasp. It's like each MrBeast channel is its own YouTube creator, but all connected to the same brain.
You can imagine if you take 12 channels like those, and instead of doing them all separate, you combine them on one, it supercharges the heck out of the video.
One creative vision, executed by dozens of hands, across continents in multiple languages. Not just a team, a creative engine. But having 100 people is only powerful if they're all building toward the same vision. And that's where MrBeast's genius really shows. How he leads, motivates, and pushes everyone around him to think bigger. Building a giant team is impressive. But building a global audience, that's a whole different level. While most creators try to squeeze more out of a US audience, MrBeast looked beyond borders. And he figured out a way to scale worldwide without even picking up a camera. MrBeast doesn't just reach millions in the US, he's racking up views in Mexico, Brazil, India, Japan, all without filming a second time. One video, dubbed 5 ways, becomes 5 viral hits in 5 different countries. It's like cloning yourself, but each clone speaks a different language and dominates a new market. And he's not doing this to be nice. He's doing it because it works. In fact, some of these dubbed videos perform better than the originals. In a world where most YouTubers fight for the same slice of the pie, MrBeast just opened 5 new bakeries.
Cool thing we've done with AI is my dubs. We have the voice actor read the script, but then we change the voice actor's voice to sound like me. People love that because if you're a Spanish speaker and you heard Jimmy speaking Spanish instead of some voice actor Jimmy's paying to speak Spanish, it's a whole different experience.
Can you tell it to you then? What mannerisms?
I would say give it 6 more months and it'll be interesting.
You might think MrBeast's empire runs on charisma, chaos, and viral luck. But behind the scenes, it's almost entirely the opposite. Every title, every thumbnail, every frame of video is tested, tracked, and timed to the second. MrBeast's team runs intense A/B tests before a video even goes live. Sometimes they swap thumbnails dozens of times to find the one that earns the best click-through rate. But getting clicks is just the beginning. What he really cares about is watch time. He obsesses over retention metrics. Weekly meetings are held just to figure out where people stop watching and how to fix it. There are teams who literally go frame by frame through every video, identifying drop-off moments and optimizing them before it even goes live. This isn't just YouTube anymore. It's a lab, a science experiment, a content factory where everything is engineered to go viral. And MrBeast himself? He's not just crunching numbers with interns. He's talking to billionaires, literally. He'd mentioned having conversations with people who offered a whooping $1 billion to buy his main channels alongside the associated companies outright.
Like, there's people, not like official term sheets, but, you know, like people that would actually like be able to afford it. Like, yeah, you know, $1 billion if we could own the channel and the companies and stuff like that. Like, and I'm like, oh, that sounds enticing, but I don't know if I want to work for my YouTube channel. Yeah, but yeah.
That kind of control only works because everything in the MrBeast system is calculated. Nothing is random anymore. But for all the analytics and planning, there's still one thing MrBeast hasn't handed off completely. And it might be the reason his empire hasn't collapsed under its own weight yet. So if everything's tested, everything's delegated, and everything runs like a machine, why hasn't every YouTuber just copied the MrBeast playbook? Because most creators can't. What people forget is this didn't happen overnight. MrBeast spent years building trust with the same small circle of friends. and slowly turning that into a media empire. His first hires weren't elite editors or execs. They were friends, like Chris, who'd been a part of the channel since the very beginning until what happened happened. Or Chandler, who started off losing every challenge and ended up becoming a co-star. Over time, he layered in experts, not just YouTube pros, but people from tech, business, and production industries. It's a team that took years to assemble. And that team isn't cheap. MrBeast reinvests every dollar, turning viral profits back into bigger and riskier videos. Scaling a content empire sounds great, until you realize you're not just a YouTuber anymore. You're a CEO managing dozens of people, a budget, and a brand. And the reason it works for Jimmy? He wants to be that CEO. He's obsessed with it. And maybe that obsession is the only reason the machine still works. MrBeast didn't just figure out YouTube. He reverse engineered it, scaled it, systemized it like a tech startup. What started as a kid uploading random videos has become a blueprint that could change the future of content creation itself. You don't have to love the content. You don't have to think every challenge is genius. But the way he runs things, that's what makes it impossible to ignore. Because for MrBeast, it's not just about going viral. It's about building a system where going viral is just routine. The machine he's built might be the most efficient content engine we've ever seen. And if this is the future of YouTube, then MrBeast is already 10 steps ahead.